Might be a controversial take. I do not think life owes me anything. I think that it's my job to accomplish what I set out to accomplish, and I don't think the universe is helping me. I don't think luck is helping me. I don't think really anything is helping me, because at the end of the day, this is what I signed up for, and it's my job.
Kevin believes life is indifferent. I actually think that might be accurate. However, you get to choose which attitude you want.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2235, the 3 beliefs about life. Alan and I think we talked about this in the previous episode. Maybe it was off air, I don't know. But we were talking about how I don't necessarily think it's a responsibility for everybody to make the world a better place, quote unquote. Not in the way of, like, yes, recycle and don't be an asshole and litter. Like, you know, there's some simple things that we can do as human beings. Like, what are we doing here? But I also don't think it's everybody's job to dedicate their life to making sure that the world is a better place, because I think so many of us are trying to focus on making our world a better place, which is a full-time freaking job. You want to explain the 3 beliefs and your thought process, and then we can get into it.
Yeah, the unfortunate truth is I actually think you're accurate. I think life is indifferent. However,
when you say that, what do you mean by life's indifferent?
Well, so first let me give the 3 beliefs. So there's something called, in the success world, success, productivity, business, you trade your cash for cash. So basically that's a saying that I think is kind of dumb, but basically you trade your money for my knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. It's an acronym, KASH. So cash, CASH, you give me money, and I give you my knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. Attitude is based on beliefs, and we don't talk about attitude that often. I think we have a very positive attitude. I mean, we grind and we laugh about it. I mean, that's a very positive attitude. We don't bitch and moan that much.
I've been bitching and moaning a lot today, but I appreciate you withholding that.
But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is, and you got to get it out, otherwise it just festers. It's not good. So I love a little good venting sesh every now and then, seriously. Whether it's on the show or not, a lot of times it is. Okay, 3 beliefs, 3 attitudes. If you are out there watching or listening, I want you thinking which one resonates with you most. And this is just me objective as a scientist, as someone studying human beings. I think that everyone has one of these 3. And I don't get along well at all with one of them. And it makes sense now why. And I think now I'm going to understand why more, which is going to be really good. So the first one is you believe life owes you something. This is what we refer to as inflated self-worth. This is you grew up in an environment, maybe you were an only child, maybe you were given a lot, maybe you think life owes you something, almost like you're supposed to get better grades, or like when you get a bad grade, you think it's the teacher's fault or the test's fault because you're amazing. And this is what I unfortunately and playfully refer to as spoiled brat syndrome, and I actually do... I'm going to stand behind that. I do think that this is the entitlement attitude. If you believe that life owes you something, I think you're in some trouble, and I think that that's the least optimal of the 3 attitudes. However, I do think we all have all 3, and it's just a syntax. So there have been times for sure where I'm like, oh, why is this happening to me? And poor fucking me. I don't think I struggle with that too much. However, I do want to be honest here. Before my stepdad left, and we basically went from very well off financially, boats and ski trips, to being completely and utterly broke. How am I going to go to college? I feel like that. I remember when I was in high school, I remember saying, like, I think I had some spoiled. I think I was a little bit spoiled. Now, upon reflection, not really. But I definitely had the like, oh, the Dreamcast. I want Dreamcast. And I want Xbox. And I want this. I want the best internet. And, you know, then I went from that to we don't have cable. How do we keep the house and the family? So the spoiled brat in me got ripped out from under me. And I do understand why some people still have that, particularly if you grew up in a really rich country where you just have a lot of nice things without having no perspective whatsoever of what it was like in other countries and or in the past. Okay, that's attitude number 1. I do think it's the most detrimental. Attitude number 2 is yours. It's just neutral. It's like, listen, life doesn't give a shit about me, and it's not my job to save the world either. It's indifferent. It doesn't, you know, I could die tomorrow and the world wouldn't care that much. Mm-hmm. And I know that's dark, but that's how you kind of feel.
Think about it all the time.
Think about it. Okay. And you also don't have the, like, it owes you something. Like, you're supposed to win just because. And you struggle to get along with the other one too. You and I have tried to work with people who have the, like, I should win because I'm me. And it's like, well, don't you have to, like, get good at stuff? Mm-hmm. I have the third one, which I didn't realize. And I think it was an overcorrection from people in my past who had the first one. I believe I owe life something. I didn't realize this until recently. This is very scary for me to share. I've always felt gifted. I've always felt like things come fairly easy to me. I feel like I can achieve within reason pretty much whatever I set my mind to. There's very little that I don't think is available to me if I put in the time. That's a big if. But I really do feel like the world is my oyster. I really fucking do. Like, honestly. I just don't feel like there's a ton of things that I couldn't. I have dreams. Like, Emilia being with her was a dream. Like, I made that happen. Like, that was conscious. I decided I wanted this type of woman, and I'm going to find a way to make it happen. And I had to obviously deal with a lot of heartbreak to leave the past relationships that were good but not great, except for one, which was terrible. But I do think that I think as a kid I looked around, and I think that I knew on some level that other people didn't have what I had. And I think I felt guilty about it. And this was not conscious. I wasn't like, oh, I think I might be gifted. And no, it was just like, why is everything so much easier for me than other people? And we would play sports, and I would just get good at stuff. And, you know, school was fucking easy. Like, I just got straight A's, and fucking everything was easy, and I didn't have to try. And I didn't understand why that was. Now, I don't want that to take away from anyone out there who is gifted, who also puts in tons of effort. I also put in a lot of effort. I'm the ultimate tryhard for sure, especially when I was a fucking loser in high school. But I think that because I felt gifted, I felt like I needed to, like, earn my gifts by making the world a better place.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah, it felt like,
you have a responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility. And I feel like I have a responsibility. Like, how dare I have these amazing things? Intelligence, work ethic, opportunity, born in a country that gave me equal opportunity. I got to go to college. I got to go to one of the best colleges on planet Earth. And I got the government, Massachusetts and the United States government, to help me pay for it. Like, yeah, obviously I earned that through scholarships and financial aid, but I didn't make the schools, and I didn't pick the teachers, and I didn't pave the roads. Like, it feels like I was given this world is your oyster. And now in hindsight, as an adult, I do realize that the world was absolutely not my oyster, and holy shit, was that, like, really bad. And it's shocking that I've made it to where I am, quite frankly, which is why we're having this conversation, because I've been reflecting a lot lately as an adult now in therapy and this and that, and going, oh, the world wasn't my oyster at all. The world was, like, actually beating the fuck out of me. And I somehow rose above all that and then felt like I owed something to the world. Like, what a weird thing. And honestly, a lot of people who, like a Tony Robbins or an Oprah Winfrey, they had really, really, really bad childhoods. And I realized that some of their greatness came from this idea that they wanted to make sure no one else suffered. They suffered a ton, and they say this now. Like, I suffered a ton. I wanted to make sure other people didn't have to suffer like I did. And I totally have that. I resonate with that so deeply. Like, the hero and the victim and the villain. The villain gets stomped on and then says, F you, I'm going to get mine. The hero says, I'm stomped on. I'm going to give back. I'm going to make sure no one got hurt like I did. I'm going to change something. Okay, something horrible happened to me. I'm going to try to make change. I'm going to try to go out and make it a better place. And now that I'm realizing this, everyone has these three beliefs about life. These are global beliefs and your place in the world, and they have huge implications. I think the reason why I was such a martyr is because unconsciously I believed I had to earn my gifts every day. And I still do. Like, how dare I not maximize my potential and like try to make the world a better place? Imagine if I was just like on my freaking yacht, like 1% earner in my early 20s, just like with my huge financial account.
But see, I wouldn't villainize you if you
I
were.
would. That is not okay.
I know, but it's not okay with you.
That's so entitled. Like, how dare I?
I think it depends.
If you can change the world, shouldn't you?
I think there's levels to it. I was reading, what was I listening to the other day? I started re-listening to an older book, and maybe it was Measure What Matters. And we're talking about Bono and how Bono from U2 is super philanthropic. I didn't realize the level of philanthropy he was. I mean, he has started a ton of nonprofits and organizations. It's like when you get to that level and you're that inspired, you have that much power and you have that much influence and you have that level of resource and resourcefulness. Hell yeah. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. Because you can change the world in a deeply meaningful way. But I think there's levels to it.
But you can't just, if you don't give a dime out of a dollar, you're not going to give 10,000.
I agree.
Out of 100,000 or
I agree.
You know,
I agree. Yeah,
100,000 out of $1 million.
I agree. But I'm just saying there's levels. I think you missed a level. It was, I'm going to get mine up to, what were the 3 levels? I'm going to get mine.
Yeah. So the villain, so both the villain and the hero get stomped on. Yep. The villain decides unconsciously, I'm going to get mine and screw everyone else.
Yep.
The hero says, I'm going to make sure that I change this systemically so that no one else suffers the way I have had to suffer. And that's the martyr complex. Yeah.
I don't think I think the hero says, I'm going to help people avoid the same pain I dealt with. I think the guide says nobody's ever going to deal with what I dealt with.
No, I disagree. The guide is, I'm going to do what I can do to live my best life and lead by example, but I don't have to martyr myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the victim, and by the way, this is really cool. The victim is, the world owes me something.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't work out that way, which it won't, because it doesn't, you're going to think something's wrong with the world, or something's wrong with the government, or something's wrong with someone else, something's wrong with your parents, which might be true, by the way. But the villain is like, I'm owed something and I'm going to stomp on others to get it. The hero is, I'm not owed anything and I have to earn every second of every day to try to make the world a better place. Otherwise, I'm not worthy of life. And the hero...
Is that what you feel?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's, how dare I?
Do you think it's because you're
That's why I hated
capable?
the $75,000 cigar. Like, if you had a $75,000 cigar, I would villainize you so hard.
I understand.
Because you could build a school. Like, how dare you smoke?
Yeah, but what if I did build a school already?
No.
So I don't get to ever do what I want.
$75,000. That's $75,000 for a cigar.
I have a $65,000 car.
Yeah, but
I don't ever get to
some
do
utility.
I don't ever get to do what I want.
It's not all or nothing.
Well, this
This is the difference. The cigar kills you, hurts your health.
Yeah.
And you're now supporting a cigar company. And that company is now making more cigars, which is killing more people. And that 75 grand should go to food and utility and people who need clothing. It shouldn't, like, there's levels to this. You have a car that's actually fairly practical, and it's an electric vehicle, and you lease it. By the way, and that's going to go to someone after you're done with it. I actually think about all that. Like, I believe that you shouldn't just be some selfish fucking prick. Not you, but like the metaphorical you who just doesn't care about anyone else. Like, that's...
But I don't think I think that's an example of... Again, that's an extreme example, right? Like, that's fucking excessive, for sure.
Thank you. And
That's
you would
excessive.
never have a $75,000 cigar.
Well, I don't smoke cigars. No.
Okay.
Would I go on a $75,000 vacation? Maybe.
Well, okay. Well, where? And by the way, that's pouring back into the economy wherever you're going.
That's fair.
It's the cigar that is literally burning money. You might as well just burn 75 grand when you could have built a school. And again, I think I need to unpack things because otherwise it doesn't land.
I just think it's a big commitment for people. The thing is, like, I'm not at the level you are with that, but I feel like it's a responsibility to tell my story, for sure. And the fact that I can't further support people financially, I literally lose sleep over that. I'm not kidding.
So you are coming to my end on this a little.
Alan, before I started the podcast, my dream was to buy somebody's fucking Thanksgiving meals and Christmas presents. I've wanted to do this since I was a kid.
So then maybe you are on that. Maybe we both are martyrs.
But I don't
or at least
expect other
started
people
out that way.
I don't expect other people to do that.
Oh.
That's the difference. Is I know how fucking hard it is for me to get to here. I don't expect somebody to say, not only am I going to overcome everything, and get to a place where I can comfortably support myself, I'm also going to sign up to change the world.
But this is the problem. Changing the world, if you recycle, you are changing the world.
Yes, but I'm saying...
It's not like you're going to dent the universe. That's not what...
I think the level of belief is connected to the level of impact you think you're going to have. But
if you don't try to contribute, and this comes back to, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kev, but this comes back to economy and ecosystem. So like everything in nature has a purpose beyond itself. The bees with the pollen, I'm not a fucking ecologist, but you guys, people understand that it's the circle of life thing. The lion eats the zebra, the lion dies and feeds the grass, the zebra eats the grass. It's the circle of life. And so squirrels collect nuts and everyone does their part. And I think with human beings, we don't do our part. Like people who are like, hey, why don't I get paid more? It's like, well, you get paid more when you contribute more. Is all that landing for you now? Whereas in the past, it was like a lack of understanding. It's like, well, minimum wage should be raised. You don't believe that anymore necessarily. And I'm not saying it should or shouldn't, right? This is a whole nother conversation. Yeah. But at the end of the day, and this is hopefully what I think will land, you get to choose. If you're out there watching or listening, like let's just say hypothetically, you and I are going to have a better life than most people statistically. One of the reasons why is because we're contributing so much.
Yeah.
I get to afford whatever I want. I get to drive whatever I want. I get to live wherever I want. I get to impact people all over the world. I get to coach whoever I want. Why? Because I decided I was going to give so much value to the world that I would be able to have the financial freedom to do what I want with my one meaningful, magnificent life. And I'm trying to say that anyone could do that, assuming you believe in yourself enough to climb the ladder of self-belief, right? But the attitude changes belief, because if you have the attitude of life owes you something, you're not going to build a castle, metaphorically, and therefore you won't build belief. So it's almost like if you don't choose the martyr road, I'd rather you choose the martyr road and then realize it's detrimental and then become a guide than choose the victim or villain.
But you're making it too simple.
I'm making it sound easier than it is.
The martyr road, some people never come back from that. They never come back. Just like the opposite road, the villain guy, the villain role. Some people never come back from that either. Yeah. But there's so many fucking things. This is my thought.
Better than victim. You're just stuck. You're just completely stuck.
I agree. But again, I've been everyone, so I don't.
I think we are all everyone, and I think that's a whole other metaphor.
But I think we get stuck in certain ones longer. Or not stuck.
Which one are you now?
Stay.
Lately hero.
Lately hero. I'm aspiring to the guide, but I think there are times where you got to put the team on your shoulders and you take care of it. You walk through the thorns, and it is what it is. I think that's part of it. That's a season. That's a season. But I feel like the guide more than ever. I feel like the guide. I
didn't understand. I think this is why the high schoolers were making fun of me.
You are easy to make fun of by people because they can see how seriously you take life. And I'm telling you, most people just don't take life that serious.
Wouldn't you agree their life would be better if they did?
100%. 100%. And I'm not the guy who's going to get them to do it. I don't.
Why not? Someone has to. Someone has to lead.
100%. And that's you. That's you. That's not me. The thing is, you were delusional and naive enough to think it was going to be you. And for some people, it will be. I was never naive enough to think it was going to be me. And it still will be for some, but I don't know what end I think I'd rather be on my end, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I do think I'm more accurate on this. I do think I'm more accurate. Now, I just want to say this.
More out of life than you. Because I'll put way more effort.
You're capable of getting more out of life than I am. That is a statement I will stand by.
But isn't that because of the attitude? Some of that is because of the attitude.
No, some of it. But some of that literally started with, I'm kind of gifted.
Fuck. Okay.
And I'm not villainizing that. I'm not making that wrong.
I feel like we all have a responsibility to do all we can with this one
I agree.
magnificent life.
But
I
the
think fulfillment comes as a
responsibility,
byproduct of that.
it starts closest to you. You have to be responsible for yourself first.
Agreed.
If you can't take care of you, you're not worried about anything else.
Last piece. This is great. If you're okay, so based in the context of this conversation, your responsibility to life is based on your potential. So if you're gifted, you owe more to life than someone who's not.
Sure.
And honestly, that does make sense because I have one client who I adore, and her brother is mentally challenged. And she and I have very powerful philosophical conversations about how she has a bigger responsibility than he does to like make the world a better place. She might be a politician and she wants to make change. And I'm so proud of her for that. But the truth is, I'm trying to kind of call her out. It's like, listen, you're very gifted. You're very bright and you ain't doing it. Like you're barely putting in 10%. Yep. The world deserves better than your 10%. Like, I can't stand when people squander their potential. The world suffers when we don't do all we can. Imagine if there was no Tony Robbins, no Oprah Winfrey, the world would be a way worse place without leaders who step up. Mm-hmm. And I honestly, I'm proud. One of the reasons I like and adore you so much is because I feel like you've made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Like that's my favorite part of you. And if you didn't, I wouldn't value you as much. It's not fair that everyone just like wants a handout and doesn't like, I think that that's what's true is if you have great capabilities and if you're truly grateful for your gifts, if you're truly grateful for this one magnificent life, you better squeeze everything out of that orange that you can get out of it. Because how dare we just have all these amazing gifts and all these amazing opportunities and then sit on the couch like a slug and waste away when we could grow and contribute and learn and improve and add value. And, we all, I think, and the truth is life gives you back fulfillment. You're more fulfilled now than when you were effing off.
For sure.
And I think that's the truth. That's my truth. You will be more fulfilled. I believe fulfillment is a byproduct of you living in what you're meant to do in the world. And I don't want to say anything I'm saying right now. I think I'm meant to say this. I think I'm supposed to say this to people. Like, you're never going to be fulfilled on the couch eating Cheetos watching Netflix. It's not going to happen. Now, that doesn't mean you can never watch Netflix, but one of them is R&R to try to reach your potential. The other one is you're just wasting away what could be. I think reaching your full potential, like trees grow as tall as they can. And I feel like human beings are meant to grow and contribute and then have a high quality of life as a byproduct. I do. I think that would make the world a wonderful place. But of course I believe that and that's why we started a personal development success company to help people reach their full potential so that you are fulfilled, because fulfilled people don't hurt people. I grew up around a lot of wildly unfulfilled people, and so did you. Mm-hmm. And the reason you are so fulfilled is because you're willing to put more into life. You're investing more in yourself. You're investing more into life. You're investing more into your career and your skills and your mindset. And that's why you're going to get more out of life. And I think that that's a choice for every one of us.
I think the biggest difference is I know why I did it and I know why other people won't. I'm always living there. It's like, yeah, I know it's great and it's awesome and I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed, but I'm the most fulfilled I've ever been. And I also understand why most people don't want to do it. It makes sense.
But don't you believe it's the better path?
I think it's the better path for some people. No, I don't believe it's not. No, not as a blanket statement, no. Because what it would take to get there, I think, is not... It's not like we're not all starting at zero. Like right now, if you're listening to this, you might be 36 years old. You might have $175,000 of credit card debt, divorced twice, kids that hate you. You're not starting in the same place as somebody else necessarily.
But they can start reaching their full potential starting now.
Sure.
And that's the better road than the alternative, which is let it ride.
Camera just got wonky. Yeah. Nightlight here. Yes, and their potential is going to be different.
Yeah, agreed.
So
let's assume that it was based on their potential. Then you do believe this is... Which attitude would you pick out of those three?
Mine.
No. The indifferent one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't.
Because
we have to agree to disagree.
I've literally dedicated thousands of hours to making the world a better place.
That's because of you're not picking the second one. You're picking the third one, which is you do owe life something.
we'll have to do a part 2. This is
Why
good.
are you doing this for free? If you don't owe life something, you don't.
That's not why. No, because I love this. If I stopped enjoying this, I would stop doing it.
That's not. Fulfillment comes as a byproduct of doing all you can with all you have.
I understand, but
You're doing all you can with all you have.
But I could do all I can while I have with in another direction. Outside
but
of
it wouldn't be as
podcasting.
fulfilling.
Why not?
Because it's not in alignment with your potential.
What if it's like, I don't know, we'll have to do another. You and I are always, it's always the same. Like, I want to help people as much as possible. One of the reasons I have such a high net worth goal is because I want to donate a lot of money. So much money. And the fact that I can't do that yet physically upsets me. That
means you have the third attitude. The contribution and the impact is first. That means you have the third attitude. And I think that when you had suicidal ideation in your mid-20s, you realized the detriments of your...
I don't think about it as... I think you're trying to impact more people. I think for you, I don't ever want anybody to have to deal with what I dealt with. For me, it's not anybody. It's whoever I can get close to. At least in my mind.
No, I think for me, it's maximize. It's do as much as I can. Someone asked me on book club, like if I would ever consider running for president. And I said, I don't want to. But if I was ever offered the opportunity, it would be very hard for me not to do it because I feel like it would be...
See that, again, I'm never going to...
I would feel like I would have trouble sleeping at night knowing that I could have done more.
Even if that is detrimental to you? That's the difference.
But it's not detrimental to me. I mean, it would be, but
you're going to age 50 years and 8.
I think it's that. And again, this is for everyone listening. Like, think about this yourself. I would have trouble sleeping at night knowing I could have done more. Yeah.
I think this goes down to a belief. Dude, I need to make sure that there's self-preservation.
But there would be. Like, I feel like
I feel like you too. Now, again,
okay.
Am I ever going to get the call? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I had one of my clients say, he's an AP Calc teacher. I know we got to jump. He said, I said, what would it be like if I came and spoke to your students? He's like, oh, no.
Yeah, they fucking hate
too
you.
much. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love students. I would love to talk to Calc students.
I think I could win over a classroom way easier.
I literally asked him. I said, what about Kevin?
Though.
I said, what about Kevin? He said, oh, yeah, they would love Kevin. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, Kevin? You got a Miyagi.
No, hold on. And he said, but here's the truth. If it wasn't for your influence on Kevin, it never would have been Kevin.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, whoa, I actually want to help the students. I would love to go help his students, but it wouldn't work. It would be too much.
Yeah.
And now you've become the man who needs to be the guy. You need to be the guy. You don't need to do anything. Your choice. But dude, I mean, you're doing the world a disservice by not being all you can be.
I think it's a balancing act of doing the world a disservice versus feeling like you're doing yourself a disservice.
Fair.
I think it's always that. Again, dude, this journey has been fucking brutal. I would not have anxiety like I do.
Harder for you than me?
In certain aspects. Most aspects. No.
Yeah.
Certain aspects. Yeah? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, easy for you to say. Like, Oh, you spoke to the governor of the state when you were like 18? Oh, okay. In college? Oh. You've had how many? Oh, you had one of the CEOs of one of the bigger companies be like, "Hey, you need to be the fucking CEO of this business." Oh, interesting. And again, I'm joking, obviously. Like,
I know.
I'm happy for that. But your responsibility is greater than mine.
With great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. I do believe that. And hey, shout out to Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. They had it right, man.
This is good. This is
Bonesaw is ready.
If anything,
you remember that?
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
If anything, this is a really good example of what you get. Like, we've done a couple episodes back to back to back, maybe, where Alan has been fired up. This is Alan's thing. You maximizing your potential. You hate to see people
Emilia
squander.
has that core as well.
It makes sense.
She has
for
that
me,
core. We figured that out early in our relationship. She asked me the why.
Yeah.
At the end, it's like, I'm not grateful for my gifts if I don't do all I can with all I have to to help the world be I aim at the highest possible good, and that's the hardest. It's the hardest way to live. It is, but it's the most fulfilling. I try my best to do my best in every scenario, including right this moment. Yeah.
I think we'll have to do a part 2, because I think we could dive really deep into this. I know you probably don't want to do part 2 because it'll be scary and vulnerable, but
I think it's important. I have to have courage, but yeah, I don't want to at all. But I do feel like I'm supposed to. Yeah,
I think we should, because I think there's a lot in this, and I think if anything, and we do have to hop, you and I are really leaning into like who we are. And again, I am dedicating my life to making the world a better place. I would just want to make that clear. Like, I do care about the world. Alan made it seem like I didn't. Like, you're a fucking loser. Man, what are you doing?
That's not what
life?
I said, and you know it.
I know.
I actually think that you are more this way than you are saying.
I am when it comes to money.
Yeah.
I am when it comes to
give
money.
a fish versus teach to fish. We're doing
100%.
both, baby.
100%.
This is good. We teamed up.
This is what I said to Alan one day. He's like, no, you teach somebody to fish and they fish for life. And I said, that only works if they don't die of starvation while they learn how to fish. And he's like,
I am with you. It's both. You need both. Give a fish and then teach to fish.
100%.
And then teach them to teach others how to fish. And then you lead leaders.
There you go.
You change the whole world.
But that's a you thing.
I lead you. You lead so many people. It's really inspiring.
Well, I never would have thought of the whole leader things. Like Emilia's, like, it was better your best, and then hers was better your bettered best. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would never have gotten there. I think better your best is awesome. Like, that's good. I like that.
That one was mine. Yeah, she's brilliant with that.
So there's
she
always
actually has another one. Better
it.
your bettered best. And
it's like, when does it end?
It doesn't.
Butter your toast. Butter your buttered toast. Butter your buttered toast. Like, you have a coronary if you keep doing that.
I adore this conversation. I do. It was wildly vulnerable, but thank you anyone who did listen, because ultimately, I'm not kidding. If it was only about self-preservation, I wouldn't have said a fucking word of that. I promise you that. It's about hopefully shifting your mindset to this idea that you can contribute more to life, and when you do, it will pour back. You're going to get out of life what you put into it. And that is a fucking spiritual formula. That is the way nature works. You get out of life what you put in.
I'm glad we do this. Yeah, we'll have to do a part 2. We'll do a part 2 on, I don't know exactly what it'll be about, but we'll take something from this and we'll go deeper on it. You dig?
Appreciate it, man. This is 8 years coming for this conversation. So,
well, next episode will be on something I can bring value to. I don't know. I'll think of something.
You did bring
a comedy skit or something. I'll think of something.
You did bring value.
No, I know. I'm just realizing that you and I are leaning into our uniqueness, and I feel like
takes tons of courage, man. I respect it.
It's an interesting thing for sure.
Healthy discords have provided tremendous value. It's been cool.
Yes, they have. All right. Next Level Nation, private Facebook group for amazing humans like you. Book club every single Saturday, 12:30 Eastern Time. Right now, they are reading Rationality by Steven Pinker. So you do not have to have read the book. You don't have to participate. You can be a fly on the wall. Just be a respectful fly on the wall, or else you get booted. I was going to say you get swatted, but that's a little intense.
Next Levelers, we have a masterclass coming up.
Nice.
I'm clicking on it right now. I did a vote in our community. Leadership, productivity, and I forget, mindset maybe was the other one. Most people voted for productivity. So we came the 5 major productivity fundamentals you must master to achieve your dreams.
Ooh.
So Pareto's principle is going to be one of them. And we're going to go deep into each one. All right. It's a masterclass, so it's going to be me in front of a virtual notebook. We're going to go deep, and you're going to leave with deeper understanding of yourself, others, in the world, and you will be more productive after that, which means you can contribute more, which means that life will give you back more, which means you'll be more successful, which means you'll be able to achieve more. It's a whole virtuous upward trajectory.
Not a great band. That could be a good band name. Virtuous upward trajectory. I could see that.
Nice.
But I'll work on it. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are as committed as you say you are to getting to the next level, make sure you tune in tomorrow, because we will be here every single day, even though Alan doesn't think I want to add value to the world, to help you get there.
Keep reaching for your full potential. Next Level Nation.